And we are now live, and I'm very excited. This is our last segment of the A Day of Light and Love 2019. It's been an amazing event. We started over 24 hours ago, and Katerina Satori kicked off the event on Christmas Eve at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, and here we are at 11 o'clock Eastern Time, and Ivonne Delaflor is going to complete. She's going to complete the event. And I love that. Those two they were like bookends, and all the different voices that you heard. But this was an event that we live streamed every other hour for 24 hours. And we were just called to serve those who would benefit. And with the voices, the stories, the wisdom of the leaders who've gathered and given their time freely on Christmas to serve the world and to be there, to stand strong and to offer inputs that can benefit, anyone who is going through a challenging time during the holidays or just in a growth curve. So this segment, I'm really honored to introduce Ivonne Delaflor. She is a mentor of mine, a highly esteemed mentor of many. Ivonne is a futurist. She's the creator of the Transcendental Rebirthing System. I can't even list all of the networks that you have founded and continue to actively build and grow. So I'm not going to speak for you. I'd love for you to share. Maybe a lot of people here already know who you are. And then there's going to be people that maybe this is the first time that they've met you. So please, first of all, thank you so much for closing out our event. And please, I'm handing it over to you.
Thank you. And will it be appropriate to say that I'm going to be translating it into Spanish?
I'm sorry. Yes. And see, I should have already let you. So yes, she's going to be going from English to Spanish. And we're going to be sharing in 2 communities. So
thank you. So yes, so good evening or morning or afternoon, everyone. I am so honored to be here. And before I translate myself, I invite everyone to have an open heart and an open mind for this translation thing that includes the Latin American family with us. It's like kind of brain gym. I do a lot of these translations so we can unify cultures, unify diversity. Really, that's the journey of the divine, the unification of diversity. And so we do this when Dr. Jeanne invited me. Is this the 3rd year, Dr.
This is the 3rd year, Ivonne.
This is I'm so honored, and especially with all the women that were in your event. It's like, wow. So I'm so honored. And it was so fun to see that we were like bookends, Katerina and I, the bookends of so much wisdom in between. So, but I thank you for also opening this for the Latin American family. So I'll translate myself. I'll focus on giving long paragraphs, not that short. So it's not too like annoying for the mind, but I'll be translating so we can all include, because this is the Christmas time, right? This Kwanzaa actually about to take place, I think tomorrow, and Hanukkah, and all of these celebrations of spirit, celebrations, metaphoric celebrations that invite us to commune, which we're going to do at the end of this, a prayer of communion and synarchy, communion with God. And what a better way than to include another culture, another countries into the table of what the heart of Christmas represents. So very quickly, buenas noches a todos. Mi nombre es Ivonne Delaflor. Por 3er año consecutivo estoy siendo invitada por Dr. Jeanne a este festival tan increíble. Me toca a mí cerrar el festival, a mi amada amiga y aliada Katerina Satori le tocó al principio. Este es un festival alineado a la luz y al amor. Los estamos invitando a que tengan paciencia con esta traducción. Dr. Jeanne pidió que fueran ambos idiomas para incluir ambas culturas, ambos países. Y qué mejor tiempo que Navidad, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, para poder abrir nuestro corazón y nuestra mente a incluir a todos en la mesa familiar que es la práctica espiritual. So I'll do my best with the English and Spanish. Voy a hacer lo mejor de inglés y español. So my name is Ivonne Delaflor. Mi nombre es Ivonne Delaflor, at least in this incarnation, tan siquiera en esta encarnación. I'm a shadow practitioner with shadow work. I do a lot of shadow work. Hago muchísimo trabajo de la sombra. A lot of family constellation therapist. Soy terapeuta de constelaciones familiares. Creator of this system called Transcendental Rebirthing. Creadora del sistema Renacimiento Transcendental, which really all of the systems of the projects and the networks, everything I've created, todos los sistemas, networks que he creado are for one point and one focus only. Son para un enfoque únicamente. To really bring the tools of consciousness transformation for people, traerle herramientas de transformación de conciencia a la gente to generate sustainable human transformation. Para generar transformación humana sustentable, and to restore faith, y para restaurar la fe. Not faith in an external deity, no fe en una deidad externa, not faith in a material world, no fe en el mundo material, but self-faith restoration. Pero la fe que restaura al ser adentro de uno. Because if you restore faith in yourself, you restore faith in God. Porque si tú restauras tu fe en ti mismo, restauras fe en Dios. So all the modalities and works that I deliver, todas las modalidades y trabajos que enseño, from rebirthing, renacimiento, breathwork, respiración, futuristic things, tools, maneras de crear el futuro, sacred geometry, arte de geometría sagrada, all of that really aims to that one singleness of purpose. Todo eso se genera a un simple propósito, because, you know, no matter how much we learn, no importa cuánto aprendamos, how much we know, cuánto sepamos, how much titles we have, cuántos títulos tengamos, if you don't believe in yourself, si tú no crees en ti, how are you even going to believe of God within you? ¿Cómo vas a creer a Dios en ti? And the story of God is not complete, y la historia de Dios no está completa, if you don't have faith in yourself, si tú no tienes fe en ti, because if we are all created in resemblance of the divine, as the divine, si todos somos creados en semejanza de lo divino, a single doubt in yourself, una simple duda en ti mismo, a feeling of unworthiness, un sentimiento de no merecer, a sensation or a belief that something is broken in you, una sensación o creencia que algo está roto en ti, well, that tells the story of your belief in God. Eso cuenta la historia de tu creencia de Dios. So all of the modalities that I serve people with, todas las modalidades con las que sirvo a la gente, are really to restore faith, son para restaurar la fe, heal the wounds in a way that you don't avoid them, sanar las heridas que no las evades, use every single experience of your life as leverage for creating higher missions and higher purposes, utilizar todas las experiencias de tu vida para crear grandes misiones con grandes propósitos, and realize y darte cuenta that nothing terrible has ever happened to you, que nada terrible te ha pasado, and that actually everything that you've lived, todo lo que has vivido, everything you are living, todo lo que estás viviendo, it's the closest encounter that you will ever have with God. Es el encuentro más cercano que vas a tener con Dios. Your experience, tu experiencia, your wounds, tus heridas, your past, tu pasado, and even your dreams of the future, y tus sueños del futuro. So my modalities of service, mis modalidades de servicio include past, present, and future. Incluyen el pasado, el presente y el futuro. In the past, we heal the wound. We get the golden nugget of the experience we thought was terrible. En el pasado, vamos a buscar el oro en la experiencia que creíamos que era terrible. In the present moment, we do meditation, the spiritual techniques. We do all of these. I'm a practitioner and an avid and committed student of the Vedas for many, many, many years, and of all the spiritual modalities that can help one's human consciousness to expand. Soy un estudiante de los Vedas, así que para el presente ayudo a la gente a través de técnicas espirituales que nos ayuden a estar en el presente momento. And for the future, y para el futuro, which is only an extension of the now, que es una extensión de la hora, I use this tool, utilizo esta herramienta, this technique, esta técnica, which is to design the future from the future. Diseñar al futuro desde el futuro, which is called futuring, que es futureando. So it looks like, it appears that I do a lot, aparenta que hago de todo, but actually my work is holistic work aimed for sustainable human transformation. Pero todo mi trabajo realmente se unifica porque se enfoca en la transformación sustentable humana. So that's as brief as I can go, Dr. Jeanne, to introduce a little bit about myself.
Wow. That was amazing.
You're so sweet.
It was amazing. And today, you on Christmas, you spent, was it 4 hours with the monks at a monastery in silence and darkness?
Yes. So I'll share a little bit about that. So today, hoy, I was invited by some monks, me invitaron unos monjes to do a practice that is only in darkness, una práctica que solo en oscuridad. There's a very small room, es un cuarto muy pequeño. You are the only one in there, eres el único que estás ahí. It's sealed, there's no windows, está cerrado, no hay ventanas. It's all dark, todo está oscuro. There's a little bathroom, hay un pequeño baño. And there is a little pillow. Y hay una pequeña almohada. And it was 4 hours. I actually did 3 hours and I believe 38 minutes only. Hice nada más 3 horas 38 minutos. But we sat down, well, individually in different rooms, individualmente en diferentes cuartos, to chant a sutra called the Heart Sutra. A cantar un sutra que se llama el Sutra del Corazón, which is from the Buddhist practices, que es de las prácticas del budismo. But what I loved about that sutra, lo que amo de este sutra, is one of the main phrases or chants within it. Uno de los más importantes cantos de este sutra is to welcome emptiness in our lives. De darle la bienvenida a lo vacío, to empty ourselves from knowledge, vaciarnos de conocimiento, to empty ourselves from wants, even desires, even attachments, even concepts of such, de vaciarnos de deseos, de apegos y hasta de los conceptos de lo mismo. So I did only 3 hours and 30 something minutes. Hice 3 horas 37 minutos. It was at 4 a.m. Era las 4 de la mañana. So I got to come back from the temple to welcome Santa Claus at my house. Regresé del templo. It's a very surreal day for me. Un día muy surreal para mí, pero regresé del templo para darle la bienvenida a Santa Claus. And that my babysitter could leave, so, you know, y que la cuidadora de mi hijo se pudiera ir. But, so I'm charged with that energy right now. Estoy cargada con esa energía of emptiness, de estar vacíos, and not an emptiness of lacking. Y no es un vacío de no tener. It's actually an emptiness that allows the space of gratitude to expand. Es un vacío que te ayuda a la gratitud a expandir. That it allows us to feel our feelings, que nos permite sentir nuestros sentimientos, to be okay with pain, sentirnos bien hasta con el dolor, to be okay with tiredness, estar bien con estar cansados, to be okay because we are with the human experience, estar bien con nuestra experiencia humana. So I'm so honored to be here with you, Dr. Jeanne. Estoy tan honrada de estar aquí con Dr. Jeanne ahorita. It's such an incredible gift that you're giving every year for everyone. Un gran regalo que le estás dando a todos. This is like feeding the hungry. Esto es como alimentar a los hambrientos. This is feeding the homeless. Esto es alimentar a los que no tienen casa. And how? ¿Cómo? Some of us, algunos de nosotros, during the year, right, mientras el año ocurrió, we make the stories about us so personal. Nos tomamos las historias de lo que nos pasó tan personal, our suffering, nuestro sufrimiento, our lack, lo que nos falta, our lack of money, nuestra falta de dinero, our lack of relationships, nuestra falta de relación, our challenges, nuestros retos. And in that process of identifying with our story, en ese proceso, en identificarnos con nuestra historia, we make humanity homeless. Hacemos que la humanidad se quede sin hogar. Because the more I focus only on me, mientras más me enfoco en mí, which has nothing to do with self-love, que no tiene nada que ver con amarse a sí mismo, but the more isolated I become from the whole, mientras más me aíslo del todo with social media, con las redes sociales, with so much social pressure that we have more and more these days, con más presión social, the more I isolate myself from the whole, mientras más me aíslo del todo, the more I isolate from God, más me aíslo de Dios, and they become homeless of me. Ellos se vuelven sin un hogar sin mí, and I become homeless from the whole. Y me vuelvo como en alguien que no tiene hogar del todo. So this type of generous giftings that you are giving, Dr. Jeanne, and all these beautiful women that share their wisdom today. Este tipo de eventos donde hay un genuino regalo para otros y todas las mujeres que estuvieron en este festival, it's like an invitation to be one. Es una invitación para ser uno. It's an invitation to sit in the table of humanity. Es una invitación de sentarnos en la mesa de la humanidad and embrace each other y abrazarnos. Feed each other with the food of spirit. Darnos el alimento del alimento espiritual. Welcome each other in our homes. Darnos la bienvenida en cada uno de nuestros hogares and pause for a moment the isolation y pausar el aislamiento. Pause the egoic me. Pausar el ego del yo and share generously wisdom. Compartir generosamente la sabiduría. And so for that, beautiful Christmas dinner, Dr. Jeanne, I'm so grateful for you.
Thank you.
Muy agradecida.
Thank you. I want to acknowledge that when the idea came to me, it came to me when I was working with a different coach, a business coach, and I ran the idea by you. She wasn't that crazy about it, but I ran the idea by you, and I just felt it was right, and you got it. And it was your support. Really, you got it. Like it was instant connection. You understood, and your support these last couple of years have actually contributed to this event being as successful as it has, and I only see it growing. We've had a day of just really amazing conversations.
Yeah. So, Doctor, I'm going to translate you now. Now I'm going to serve as just translator. So, Dr. Jeanne está diciendo que esta idea vino hace mucho con un mentor que tenía de negocios y no estaba muy emocionado de eso. Luego me la compartió a mí y obviamente a mí vi una gran misión, una gran visión y me está dando las gracias y ha sido una gran contribución que todas las gentes que han estado hoy han estado contribuyendo. And you know, the contributions that have been taking place today, las contribuciones que se han llevado a cabo el día de hoy, they are not only live streams, no son nada más live streams, they are heart streams. Son como como avenidas del corazón, no nada más son live streams. This is wisdom that it's there. You know, and people can repeat it over and over again. Es sabiduría que se queda y que se puede repetir una y otra vez. There's an energy signature of light and love. Hay una energía, una firma energética de luz y amor of genuine people, de gentes genuinas, with real lives, con vidas reales, with pain, sorrow, joys, con dolor, con sufrimientos, con gozo, that are really genuinely loving humanity, que realmente y genuinamente están amando a la humanidad. And well, I'm so glad that you said that. Me da mucho gusto que dices eso, because one of my missions, and I don't have only one, you know, I'm not built for one thing. I'm built for holistic service. Yo no estoy construida para una sola cosa. Yo estoy construida para un servicio holístico. But one of my skills, una de mis herramientas, is to help people map their missions in a massive way. Una de mis herramientas y de las cosas que se me facilitan es ayudar a la gente a mapear, hacer un mapa de sus misiones y visiones y llevarlo a cabo a mayor escala. So I feel like I'm a doula of big missions. Soy una doula de misiones en grandes, and it's such a privilege to witness the impact that we have together. Y es un
Yes.
privilegio ser testigo del impacto que tenemos juntos. You know, the more you succeed, mientras más tú tengas éxito, the more my soul thrives, más mi alma se eleva, the more I can help someone else to attain their goals, mientras más puedo ayudar a otros a alcanzar sus metas, the deeper the gifts are going to be for all the future generations. Más
Yes.
profundo los regalos son para las generaciones futuras. So thank you for spreading this light and love message all over the world. Gracias por compartir este mensaje de luz y amor en todo el mundo.
Well, I know that you wanted to do a scientific prayer.
Yes.
I didn't know if there was anything else that you wanted to offer in advance, or if that.
Well, I'll offer a message and then we'll do a prayer together. Voy a dar un mensaje, luego una oración. We are in pivotal times on humanity. Estábamos en tiempos muy extremadamente importantes en la humanidad. We are connected at the sign of a click in our phone. Estamos todos conectados por un momento de conexión con un teléfono. If you want to be of deeper contribution to humanity, si tú quieres contribuir más profundo a la humanidad, I invite you. Te invito, I summon you. Y los invoco, I invoke this from your soul. Invoco esto de tu alma. To master, tener maestría and practice, practica the art of slowing down. El arte de bajar tu ritmo. The ability to listen to your intuition. La habilidad de escuchar a tu intuición that only slowing down and pausing allows you to do. Que solamente bajando tu ritmo y pausando te ayuda. Because if you really want to contribute to humanity, si realmente quieres contribuir a la humanidad with the speed of technology that we're living right now, con la velocidad de la tecnología que estamos viviendo ahorita, it's a great gift now to find a mature adult sitting strongly in his and her central nervous system. Es un gran regalo para la humanidad encontrar a un adulto que esté sentado, sentada fuertemente en su sistema nervioso central. Surrender your need for survival. Rinde tu necesidad de sobrevivir. Slow down, disminuye tu ritmo, and trust deeper. Confía más profundo in consciousness, en la conciencia. This is something that I just had this breakthrough deeper these days. Esto es algo que tuve revelación más estos días. If you put your faith in a human, si pones tu fe en un humano, in an object, en un objeto, in money, en dinero, even on health, aún en la salud, you probably are going to be disappointed eventually. Probablemente no vas a estar satisfecho en alguna vez. But if you put your faith, your focus and loving consciousness, pero si pones tu fe, tu enfoque y amor en la conciencia, you can never be disappointed. Nunca vas a poder nunca te vas a sentir defraudado, because consciousness is nature, it's love. Porque la conciencia, su naturaleza es el amor. And the nature of love is evolution. Y la naturaleza del amor es la evolución. So this is a message that if I could wrap it with a ribbon, I will give it to all of you. Si pudiera poner este mensaje en una caja con un moño, se lo regalaría hoy. Really trust deeper in consciousness. Confía más en la conciencia. Allow your faith to guide you stronger. Permite que tu fe te guíe más fuerte. And focus on mastering, slowing down, and feeling deep from your God. Y enfócate en tener más maestría, en aprender a bajar tu ritmo y en confiar más en tu intuición. The more you love and trust consciousness, mientras más ames y confíes en la conciencia, the more the flow of prosperity will come to you. Más el flujo de la prosperidad va a venir para ti. So that's my message, my Christmas gift for myself and others. It's a reminder. So that's it, Dr. Jeanne.
That was wonderful. I'm glad I asked if there was anything more, because that was wonderful.
Yeah. Yes. You know, I really envision, realmente tengo la visión. You know, I have big dreams for the next 10 years. Tengo sueños muy grandes en los siguientes 10 años. And I envision a humanity that doesn't survive through idolatry. Tengo una visión de la humanidad que no sobrevive por la idolatría, that can really see the Christ, que pueden ver el Cristo, the Buddha embodiment, el poder encarnar en esas cualidades del Buda, to exalt what is good and what is God in us all. Exaltar todo lo que es bueno y lo que es Dios adentro de nosotros. And so it really requires the deep work of faith. Se requiere de un trabajo profundo de fe, of disciplehood to truth, de disciplinas y ser discípulos de la verdad, and to be humble enough y tener humildad suficiente to take responsibility of our creation, tomar responsabilidad de nuestra creación, and keep trusting in consciousness. Seguir confiando en la conciencia. And in that consciousness, we find God. En esa conciencia encontramos a Dios. So we can close now with a prayer, if you allow me.
Please.
Vamos a cerrar con una oración. And these are scientific prayers. Estas son oraciones científicas. And what do I mean by scientific prayer? ¿Qué quiere decir con oración científica? I've been studying this for 20 years now. He estado estudiando esto por 20 años. And a scientific prayer, una oración científica, includes gratitude through the whole process, incluye la gratitud sobre todo el proceso. We do not pray from lack, no rezamos desde carencia. We pray from knowing that the abundance that we seek, that which we pray for has already been received. Rezamos desde un estado de abundancia, rezamos sabiendo y teniendo la fe que aquello que pedimos ya lo hemos recibido. And so when we pray today, cuando recemos hoy, we're going to pray for synarchy. Vamos a rezar por sinarquía, love, obviously, por amor, obviamente, and communion with God. Y comunión con Dios. This is an aspect that came to me today through the silence practice that I did. Este es un aspecto que vino hoy muy profundamente en mí de la práctica que hice, because your communion with God is your communion with your I am truth, with your God essence, with that being that will be able to declare like Jesus did, I and my Father are one.
Yes. No
more separation, no more feeling unworthy because you feel away from God. We're going Godwards. This is an era of synarchy. We're heading to the era where the feminine is going to be so exalted. It's happening already. The divine qualities of nurturing, of nourishing are going to be essential for businesses to grow. Are going to be essential. If we really want to grow financially, we're going to require to learn to nurture our teams, to nurture our clients, to nurture relationships, especially in the era where we are lending our intelligence to what we call artificial intelligence, which is not artificial. It's just an extension of our own consciousness. But it's important to pray and to be aware that this synarchy is essential for the future, which means that we co-lead, that your gifts and my gifts create a more potent God, that working together with each unique gift actually exalts the divine in all of us. And it invites both the masculine, invites the feminine to work together to really birth consistently a humanity of consciousness for these and all generations that will come. And I should translate right now. So, vamos a hacer esta oración de sinarquía. El futuro de la humanidad necesita negocios conscientes. Se avecinan tiempos donde la feminidad, el sagrado femenino va a ser exaltado de mayor forma. Se va a necesitar nutrir, apapachar, cuidar nuestras relaciones con clientes, con negocios, y nutrirlo todo más femeninamente para que el masculino también sea incluido y para que no nos gane esa tecnología que hemos creado, que le llamamos inteligencia artificial, que no es nada artificial, es una extensión de nuestra inteligencia. Simplemente nos toca trabajar con sinarquía, no jerarquía. Synarchy is the medicine for hierarchical systems. La sinarquía es la medicina de los sistemas jerárquicos. It's no longer you are higher than me. no es quién está arriba de mí. We still respect hierarchy in nature, for example. Seguimos respetando la jerarquía en la naturaleza. We respect the hierarchy of honoring our ancestors. Respetamos la jerarquía de honrar a nuestros ancestros and then our parents, luego nuestros padres, then ourselves, luego nosotros, then our children, luego nuestros hijos. But the synarchy, what it speaks of is to bring our gifts together to create more of God. Lo que significa la sinarquía es traer nuestros regalos juntos para crear más de Dios.
Wow.
So we're going to pray. Vamos a rezar.
Beautiful.
And I ask you, if you want to close your eyes, te pido que si quieres cierres tus ojos. And when you close your eyes, cuando cierres tus ojos, notice, date cuenta that you are really going within. Date cuenta cómo vas hacia adentro, and notice how you are, when you close your eyes, that's the first act of trust and surrender. Cuando cierras tus ojos es un gran acto de rendirte y de confianza. You are actually kneeling down the mind. Estás hincando tu mente to the temple of the heart, al templo del corazón. And from there, y desde ahí, we're going to pray now. Vamos a rezar. Infinite divine intelligence, infinita inteligencia divina, Father and Mother of creation, Padre y Madre de la creación, Beloved universal energy of love, amada energía universal del amor, oneness, unidad, frequency, frecuencia that we call God, que le llamamos Dios. Today, we don't ask for things that we just need. Hoy no pedimos por cosas que necesitamos, because we know that everything we need will be delivered. Porque sabemos que todo lo que necesitamos va a ser recibido. We open our hearts today in prayer. Abrimos nuestro corazón hoy en oración to be able to receive more, para tener la capacidad de recibir más, to be able to give more, para tener la capacidad de dar más, to be able to love more even when we have been wounded, para tener la capacidad de amar más aun cuando nos haya algo dolido. Today we pray to increase our faith. Hoy rezamos para incrementar nuestra fe, our self-trust, nuestra confianza en nosotros mismos, and trust in our common humanity, y en la confianza en la humanidad común. Today we trust in the highest frequencies of spirit. Hoy confiamos en las más altas elevadas frecuencias del espíritu, which are compassion, que son la compasión, which are goodwill, que es el hacer el bien, and which is love and communion with God in our diversity as human beings. Y estar en comunión, unión y amor en nuestra diversidad como Dios. Today we welcome God into our hearts. Hoy le damos la bienvenida a Dios a nuestro corazón. Today we recognize God to be within our souls. Hoy reconocemos a Dios que existe en nuestra alma. Today we declare we have faith. Hoy declaramos que tenemos fe. Today we know, y hoy sabemos, that all the good, de todo lo bueno, all that is worthy, todo lo que vale la pena, all that is high frequency of light and love, todo lo que es alta frecuencia de luz y amor, that we deserve it, que nos lo merecemos, that we're creators of it as well, que somos creadores de eso, because we are all children of love, porque todos somos hijos del amor. We know this to be so, sabemos que esto es así, we know this will continue to be so, sabemos que esto continuará así siendo, so be it, que así sea. Aho. Amén.
Thank you.